So how is everyone? I hope you are all well on this Sunday, stupendous Sunday, super Sunday, stupendous Sunday, and you're looking absolutely amazing, by the way. And I've caught the sun and I'm burnt. I'm burnt. For those of you who've been around the channel a while, I get it. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say after last year. Wear sunscreen. Yeah, I've got to. But anyway, look, this is what we're talking about in this video. We're talking about the fact that we have court coming up in the Idaho 4 case on Thursday, 10 a.m. local later time. We have a hearing. Potentially, we could be hearing what date we're going to get for the trial. We may do. I'm not promising anything, but it could happen. It could happen. But heading over to the Goncalves family page, they had a lot to say. They've had a lot to say because obviously they're getting impatient. They want things to move along. I was checking the comments and seeing what people were sort of talking about, and I kind of knew where this was going to go, and it was people saying about,
oh, we're right there with you. We're right there beside you. Right there, we want this to move on. We've never seen anything like this in our life.
And you think, yeah, you're right, in a way. I haven't seen anything like this. And then they kind of made it clear what they meant by that. And that was that obviously Bryan Kohberger is guilty and the defence team are just delaying inevitability. And I think to myself, and their life the problem. In reality, who is really delaying things here? I don't truly understand what people want from the defence. What do people want? People seem to have this mentality that if someone is innocent of a crime, then they have the ability to go into the courtroom and win. If that's the case, you wouldn't have people in prison right now, as I'm doing this video, who have been wrongly convicted and serving life sentences. There has been people who have likely been executed and later on found to actually be innocent of the crime with which they were executed for. There are people right now, as aforementioned, that are in incarceration who have not done the crime that they claim to, the trial claim that they have done. At the end of the day, it's not a fault-free system. You have two teams. You have the blue team and the red team, defence and prosecution. They go in front of a jury, and jury gets told a story, and the jury gets to decide whose story they like the best. And there can be a lot of factors that influences a jury. That is how good the legal team is. It can literally come down to how good someone's lawyer is. And if someone's got a shitty lawyer, then they could get fucked. Do you know what I mean? But that same person could have better legal representation and escape. Now, that can be that the person who didn't do the crime but has a shitty lawyer can get put away for a crime they didn't commit, or it can be that a person who did a crime but has got an amazing lawyer can get the fuck off the crime. So this isn't a simple system that works as it should. This is a broken system. And Bryan Kohberger has been accused of a crime that at the time of the crime he was on his own, so he hasn't really got somebody who can say, yeah, I was with him, he definitely didn't do the crime. Do you get it? So what the defence needs in order to prove that he didn't do it was to pick holes in the story, to find something, anything that they can leverage to their advantage, because at the end of the day, you've got to think, if you was in the position of a crime happening at a time when you're on your own and you get accused of it, and you can't just say you was with Dave or with Sheila or with Karen, you've literally just got you, yourself and I. How do you think you're going to get out of it? How do you think you're going to get out of it? And again, I've said this time and time again, if law enforcement already knew that Bryan Kohberger didn't have an alibi per se because he didn't have anyone with him, it could very well be how he's found himself in this position right now. But the defence, they have the right to obtain everything that is being brought forward as evidence against their client. And when they keep asking for stuff and they don't get given it, even up to the very last hearing, they were still after stuff that they require. and they're still not being handed over. And like, you just get these fucking half-assed comments like they don't know where stuff is, or, oh, I can't remember whether that exists or not. And then you've got someone else coming forward who generally works with the prosecution, but this time has looked at the evidence against the defendant, and they're saying, well, there's something wrong with this. This is what I'm saying. This is exculpatory to the defendant. And then you've got these dumb motherfuckers in the Goncalves fucking army who are just like,
well, the defence are delaying stuff. Bryan Kohberger's guilty and they're just delaying it. They're delaying it. I've never seen anything so fucking stupid.
oh, it would be stupid for somebody who is an alien, if you like, to Moscow, Idaho, to go to Moscow, Idaho, just allow them to try him in Latah County, where you've got these dumb motherfuckers like that are on that page who just want this fucking over wrapped up, and they don't really care about anything anymore. This has long been about the truth. Nobody cares. I've said it before. It's about validation. They want to be right. They think it's Bryan. They want validation. Kaylee Goncalves' mum was saying that she wanted Bryan not breathing months ago. At the same time, simultaneously, Steve G, he was like, oh, I don't know if it's him. If it's him, they'll sort it. And now, where we are. Where we are. But ultimately, who's doing the delaying? Let me know down below who you think is truly delaying this trial. Absolutely delaying it. And who do you think's delaying it? And why are they delaying it? And I'll catch you all tomorrow.